Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Skyrim Vigilant. So, we cut off last time as we just got to Cold Harbor here, this location. We met up with Sir Emil. So, our next quest is going to be going through this entire zone of content, and there is a lot to cover because there is the direct path going and getting yourself towards the main tower, but there is also a ton of side objectives, and I've never completed all the side objectives, so I want to try and do that. So, couple things. If the sound for some of my weapons and mods seems a bit off at times, okay, I'll switch to my spear here. Oops, sorry. May have to reload my save here. I may have just poisoned Sir Emil. Oh no! Nah, you good, you good. Do I have healing hands? I do. Oh! You can't heal him. That's also very loud. God, my rings are just popping off my gauntlets. Anyways, if some of the sound of my mods doesn't properly line up at all, that's a weird glitch that I'm working through. I had to work on some mod tweaks the other night. It's kind of annoying, but we'll deal with it the best we can. Anyways, so let's begin our adventure as we go down into this location is actually called, by what the map says, Cold Harbor, which is supposedly the location from where all the vampires from Dawnguard actually come from.
Yes.
I'm looking for my family's graves, but I can't find them. Would you really? The names on them are Johann, Simon, and Klaas. Please tell me if you find them.
So she has sort of like the beige herald armor, if I could call it anything. So one of the interesting things about this zone is because it's such a mix of things. We get enemies that are basically the armored scamps from Oblivion, but then also Ornstein here.
Newcomer, you're so full of life. Take the key from the captain. He's always up in one of the watchtowers. A flying Daedrith. How can he even fly with such an unshapely body? Vigilance. Weaklings like you? One such tried his luck with the flying worm a while ago. Some screaming was heard, and then nothing. If you don't want to meet the same end, you should learn your place in this world. Avoid him. What kind of person spends all their time talking to a corpse? But even for madmen like him, there is still something like inner peace. He's not quite at peace though. But you should still not disturb him.
Alright, thank you.
Vena, it's noisy in here too. We need to find a quieter place.
So that's the Melios that he's talking about. So let's see here. We have the blacksmith is there. Abandoned house is over there. Let's go into the general store. at the general store.
Did the mighty Vigilant also end up in Oblivion? What an irony.
So what will it be? I hope you have enough gold for shopping, and please refrain from this so-called mercy of yours.
I got infected with a mutated Thracian plague. All thanks to you. Every day is full of pain because of you.
I'm really grateful to Stendar, damn bastard.
So this is where we get a bit of our Demon Souls vibe, where there is a plague upon this entire location, much like the plague that's in Boletaria.
Take a look.
What has he got? Bunch of stuff. Potions. A few scrolls. Some books. Nothing all that much. But more importantly is this. Nocturna, where you can sacrifice gold that you have to unlock keys, as well as special rings. So we got 10,000 to spend. I think we'll refrain from spending, because we'll see what we can find instead. Soulless remains, that actually gives you something, I believe. Yes. Increases karma by 1. And karma is the currency that you use to add more companions, like our knight friend here. Let's go see the blacksmith, see what he's got.
Watch what you're doing.
What do you got, blacksmith?
Take a look.
A bunch of ingredients. Some armor. Pretty standard issue stuff by the looks of it. Oh, he sells the hammer though.
All right then.
Tools. Stairs. Bed. Alright, nothing much so far. Yeah, so we even get returning creatures such as the Daedroths, which I find pretty cool that somebody actually took the time to remodel Daedroths in what would be the Skyrim equivalency of the engine.
Yes? The scamp captain may have the key, don't you think? It might be a good idea to start with him.
Alright.
I'm not hiding him under the table, am I? In the watchtower, maybe? Fools and scamps seem to like high places.
Alright.
No, unfortunately. I am busy practicing knife throwing. I want to have another go at Vernekas. However, it seems I have no talent for knife throwing. Even after centuries of practice, I still haven't hit anything.
Until next time.
So this is sort of a reference in part to the, gosh, what the heck are they called in Dark 2 with that mask on? I can't remember.
What do you need?
I think it's like the mannequin mask or something like that. It was the one thing where in the concept art it looked really cool, but then actual reality it looked kind of meh. Let's see here. The old well over here. Long, long well. Down into nothingness. Sir? Sir, please. Thank you. Looks like you have to backtrack through another way to get in there. Oh, there's Giovanni's house. We know Giovanni. Giovanni.
Giovanni, it's glad to see you again. They were infested with leech parasites. They spread the plague, but Giovanni is all right because he does not drink dirty water. Stupid Marso. To steal the heart of Campanera, he borrowed power from Molag Bal. This form was the price. His soul was twisted, turned into a beast. Giovanni will also become like this.
I'm sorry to hear that, Giovanni. But then again, Marso deserved his fate. Nothing else in here. Soul gem. That's about it. Where you want to go? There we go.
Huh?
A rotten bard, a bad storyteller, and a boring story. Who could be you referring to? Well, this character.
Oh, are you freeing me? I don't even know what happened that I ended up trapped here. What a rotten luck. Well, we were supposed to meet at the Mafmalatu Priory, but who wants to listen to that grumpy old man there? I don't quite remember. There was something about a slave trader and cheap booze. When I woke up again, He was no longer here. Oh, what a bastard. To lock me up in this hole.
All right, then.
You stay safe now, Onion Knight. No need for you to be discouraged. Let's just do a quick check here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Quick check here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're good. Drop frames are so confusing to me because they only really matter for the exterior VOD, not the actual live stream performance. Alright, so we have sort of our key objective, which is to go get we have a couple more houses before we go look for the watchtower to get the captain's key to make progress. Oh. True God, who art Arthurios. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is, Arthurios.
Oh.
I realized I never unmuted my mic. I'm foolish. try this watchtower instead. Go. Just put that on for safety. Head back down the tower. Hey, how's it going, Chris? What the heck is this? Well, I'll show you a few things. So, this is, as I mentioned in your stream, this is a one-to-one recreation of the main Imperial City map from Oblivion, but it's set more in this dead, bloated, curse-ridden, and virus-infested city. Yeah, it's quite something. So let's get inside this fort here and make some progress. How's Animal Crossing going? Come at me, bro. Ooh. Take that. Get him. You see, he's cute, a great time killer during this. Absolutely, yeah. No, I think once I get my next... Once we stable out here a little bit, I'm probably gonna pick up Doom Eternal and stream that, because I've heard very good things about it, and I've been waiting for a new Doom game. I might go back and replay all of Doom 2016 that I streamed, because I started streaming it, but then I never finished it because my internet was terrible at the time that I started. Right? Yeah. Oh, you missed earlier. There's a guy with Onion Knight or whatever what is that character called? How am I blanking on a Dark Soul character name? I'm falling apart, man. Siegmeyer. There's a guy with Siegmeyer's armor in this. But give me the key, asshole.
Vigilant of Stenna. Once again.
Oh, it's Vanakas. Goodbye, Vanakas.
I am the Bane of Kain.
Nobody cares, Vanakas. You're garbage.
But now,
For perspective, Chris, I killed this guy with one sword slash when he was in the normal world. Alright, he's a bit more powerful. But so are we. It's really fucking loud. I might have to turn my sound down if I'm gonna keep using that attack. Got anything good on you, Vanakas? Keys. Right, you get the ability to summon him. Book on him. And then a bow. So the other nice thing about this segment is that... Oh, mixing sounds good? Okay. There are just a couple attacks that, like, I can look at my levels and, like, if I use Dicing Slash, it just fucking as close to red lines as it can. Like, yeah. I don't want to jump that. Yeah. So. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's all over the place. Like, hey, you know what? The game's in a lot better position than it was last night. I was having some fucking kerfuffles last night because it was not wanting to behave. So what are these? Cast a small fireball in the air. Attack surroundings randomly. Hovering firefly. Huh. Let's activate that. I want to see that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's a really bright light source and probably does a little bit of damage. So the nice thing about this mod is that it has its own custom armor sets and a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, let's make our progress through here. Armor sets, spells, enemies, and you can actually layer mods on top of it to make it even more interesting. Like, there are a bunch of combat mods that rework the way that certain weapons feel. Oh, you scorpion. Alright, here we go. Bring it, coward. Let's go. I'm gonna land up there like a goddamn coward. Oh yes, this is the Moonlight Blade, because there's another mod that installs every version of the Moonlight Blade from every Souls game, including Bloodborne. And both versions of the Bloodborne Moonlight Blade, the extended blue one like this, and the one that is in the normal states. Will you stop? I mean, really? We're gonna be like this all goddamn day. Oh, you know what? Let's use that. Up. Land for me, baby. Don't land over there. In the center so I can hit you with my sword. Thank you. Oh, that's Altano. That's, okay, now I get it. So, Altano was a guy... Maybe I might there for a second. Who was in the first part of, our story. Who was basically our leader. Who was telling us how he was basically our vigilant coach, but he ends up dying in the first act, so he ends up here. I'm gonna rejig my sound mixing inside my game here. Kick my master down, kick my effects down a little bit. Footsteps we can kick down, voice we can kick up, but music we'll put about there. That'll balance things out a little better. Oh, and looky there. Our friend Mr. Weirdface is back.
Thank you for killing the worm. I can finally enjoy my walks again. The main gate is to the north, but it's been sealed since the invasion of the Army of Order. There is a way, though. To the northeast of the island, there's a large sewer leading to the prison tower in the city. You may want to try crawling through it. If you're lucky, it will lead you to the Imperial City. If you're lucky. An infinite army led by Vigiliant. It invaded a few decades ago and began conquering the entire continent. Almost the entire empire was absorbed and destroyed by Vigiliant. After the defeat in the Battle of Wei, only this island with the Imperial City remained. Countless souls have been sacrificed to maintain the barrier. But even the souls have limits.
I'll give you some perspective about
declining.
the translations
will
for
not
this
last
thing.
much longer. Then, Grey March will overrun this wasteland and crush us all.
So for perspective, Chris, the developer of this mod is Japanese, so he wrote the mod, scripted it out, and released it. With, I think there's just a machine translation of all the text. Then somebody got a bunch of people together to come up with a fan translation voice acting for this entire mod.
All right then.
Whatever. Like, we'll talk to Ornstein here, and you'll hear his voice.
And you also defeated the worm. Seems I was mistaken about you. When I saw you walking around, I wanted to travel again. It's better than staying in one place and waiting to rot there. I heard rumors he's insane. A half-breed of a human and an elf. He hunted elves at first and then finally humans. He was neither one or the other because of his blood. That's why he went mad. It's a pity, really.
So